Hello everyone. Today I'm going to do a quick video on how to set your pod sag. It's pretty easy to do. First thing that you need to check is to make sure that your ride height, both front and rear, are equal, or at the very least have the rear ride height approximately 0.2 millimeters higher than the front. So right now the ride height on the rear of the pod is 3.8 millimeters. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to measure this point of the pod to calculate the chassis sag. So what you want to do is have your chassis race ready with all electronics, battery, everything all set. Now, what I've done is I've taken out the brace here, which supports the side springs, so you can have a better visual of what's going on. So here we go. So you could either I usually actually push down on like the center shock mount, and then I take my ride height gauge, knowing that the rear here is 3.8. I'll take my ride height gauge, just slide the gauge underneath and measure the value. So right now it's 3.6 millimeters. So I have a sag of 0.2 millimeters. If the sag was 0 millimeters, it would be at the same height as the rear pod, which is 3.8. So right now, the rear pod is 3.8 millimeters. This point here, which is relatively close to the front edge of the pod, is 3.6. So I have a sag of 0.2 millimeters. Now, if I want to increase the sag, all I will have to do is simply change the preload on the damper. Excuse me here. I'm going to do that. And you just adjust it by small increment and push down here, 1, 2, 3, and then go ahead and check the value. Now it's 3.4. So now I have increased the sag, which is now 0.4 millimeters. Okay, so all you're doing is simply adjusting the spring tension here.